Medimix is a very, very renowned brand all across the globe in the Ayurvedic segment, in fact, in the soap segment itself. Why no other brand has been able to grab its position in the world market today? What would you say they were?
It's a niche market, It was marketed as a medicinal product. Originally advertised also for skin treatments only. So doctors prescribed Medimix. That was our first advertisement itself. Use Medimix to keep away from skin disease.
There's so much competition, there is so many varieties, even in the herbal or Ayurvedic space in that sense. Why people trust you today?
This, you are talking only about Medimix Classic.
Correct.
We have many other products where we are struggling. The same problem we are also facing. We recently launched our shampoo, hand wash. Hand wash took nearly 8 years to establish its presence. And we have withdrawn many products. Whoever tried, many brands became world's number one, world's number two and all. Whether it's a hospital, whether it's a jewelry or any such businesses, there are examples in front of us. I'm not planning to become an Ambani and all, but I trust, I believe. So my job is the hygiene part of it. In a manufacturing company, now it's a GMP, good manufacturing practice. So there are a lot of norms given by GMP department, how to manage a factory, how to...
A lot of youngsters are trying to dabble multiple things at the same time. Many people are scared to venture into new things while they are settled in, their existing things. If there is a message that you would like to give, at what point can people start venturing into, different streams of activities? Any indication that, this is a good time to start doing it? What would it be?
No, whenever you find an opportunity, you have to grab it.
Seeking inspiration from others can be a very powerful tool for personal growth. Hello, I'm Gayatri Prakash and you are watching Brewing Inspirations by Brewing Reflections. I truly believe in the power of drawing inspiration from others. And during challenging times, I have myself turned to those close to me for guidance. But I have recognized that not everyone has the support. I created this platform to share diverse stories and strategies, acknowledging that inspiration is unique to each individual. Today, we have with us a man who has built and sustained an empire across industries, Dr. A.V. Anoop. As a force behind the AVA group, he has ensured that Medimix remains a dominant name in Ayurvedic wellness, earning the trust of millions and millions of people. But his journey is not just about business. He's also an award-winning film producer, a storyteller with a deep passion for cinema, and the author of U-Turn, a memoir filled with insights from a life well lived. From steering brands to shaping narratives, he has mastered the art of strategy and reinvention. Let's get straight to it. What drives Dr. A.V. Anoop and what can we learn from his remarkable journey? Welcome to the show. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of our podcast. It's truly an honor today for me to be sitting in front of you and asking you these questions.
You're welcome.
Can we start with one basic question? Who is A.V. Anoop?
A.V. Anoop is a very interesting question. I started my career from Kerala only, actually. Because I lost my father in my early days. So struggled a lot, but passionate towards arts and culture. And happened to be a businessman due to some certain circumstances. So I'm managing all. If you ask me whether you are an artist, yes, I'm an artist. A businessman, yes. Social worker, yes. I'm managing all and trying to be a good personality, a good man. As a good human being.
Wow. It's a tall order, sir. I think it's not something that's very easy for us to achieve. And I think your brand represents that in the market today. So Medimix is a very, very renowned brand all across the globe in the Ayurvedic segment, in fact, in the soap segment itself. Now, if you have to pick one or two qualities that makes it stand out, but if you can also tell me why no other brand has been able to grab its position in the world market today, what would you say they were?
It's a niche market, It's actually the founder, Dr. V.P. Siddhan, he was a allopathic medical practitioner with railway. So he started the business only to help his patients. So it was marketed as a medicinal product. So it's a niche market, very, very, very niche market. Ayurvedic product. and originally advertised also for skin treatments only.
Correct.
So doctors prescribed Medimix. That was our first advertisement itself. So we still remain in that segment, but at the same time, our strategies we change. Now the communication that we give is that use Medimix to keep away from skin diseases. So that it has become a beauty soap.
Or
it has become a family soap, not just for skin diseases.
Correct.
So that helped us to increase our turnover and penetrate into various markets. As you rightly said, now it's world's largest selling Ayurvedic soap.
Absolutely.
So the USP of the soap, it remains as a traditionally made soap. That itself, the process itself is different. We use 18 Ayurvedic herbs, which was proven in our family for more than 300 years. In our family, it was used as a medicinal oil.
Okay.
The same formula. So these two are our USPs.
Main USPs. And that nobody else has been able to sweep the market like you have is something that is unfathomable because, there's so much competition. There is so many varieties, even in the, herbal or Ayurvedic space in that sense. Can you tell me what really differentiates you from the rest and why people trust you today to be the brand that you are?
No, we are very quality conscious, and continuously we are striving to improve the quality only. Not to reduce the cost and then sell it for a cheaper price or offer schemes and all. We are trying to give the best product to the customer, and the customers, they are very loyal. More than 25 years, 30 years, we have, many of our customers are using our product for many years. It's proven. And by word of mouth, it reaches the new generation. That really helps. So the product quality only, I would say.
Speaks. Sir, I want to speak about the product as you'd mentioned. This is still handmade to a great extent.
I won't say it's 100% handmade now. It used to be 100% handmade. That means without the aid of power.
Correct.
But now we are not exempted from any taxes or anything. Government has not given all withdrawn. All the exemptions were withdrawn to help the workers to ease their efforts to manufacture. We are using, wherever necessary, we are using power.
Okay.
But the method of manufacturing is still traditional. Need not be manpower to use. The same power can be connected to a motor and then we can achieve.
Correct.
So it's a traditionally made product now. I will not make a claim that it's handmade now.
Okay. Can you tell me, sir, even that means that you are utilizing a lot of resources still? While your employees have loyalty to you, you also have loyalty to them, and you continue working with many employees today. One side there is the quality that you manage. There is also the requirement to take care of so many employees and the production and the scalability. All these are factors that add into the price of a product. How have you been able to stabilize the price for so many years? And because you are in the space where you are producing for the mass still. And it's a very affordable product. And price is also a big part of your USP, I would say, because great quality product given at a very reasonable price. So how do you manage this? I ask this question because a lot of manufacturers struggle to get to that point. And they are having to give discounts, they are having to slash their prices, they are having to do multiple offers. So how do you look at it, sir, from a business point of view, from a strategy point of view?
No. We are not maintaining the price.
Okay.
So for example, in 1983, when I joined the company, the price was just about 2 rupees. So
of course,
today is 35 rupees.
Yes.
So from 2 rupees to 30, I have seen in my lifetime. So prices are not stable based on every year due to inflation, even our overheads are going up. Minimum 10% every year overheads are going up, salary and other expenses. So how to revise the price? But we are able to maintain because we still continue to manage the business with only family members. It's not 100% the professionalism is there, but within the family. So we are able to manage our family members and also our staff. So there the cost we are able to save, and our requirements are very less. We are not taking out the money. The money is reinvested to expand the business. So that's one advantage. But this you are talking only about Medimix Classic.
Correct.
We have many other products where we are struggling. The same problem we are also facing. entry level itself, we are facing a lot of problems.
Okay.
We recently launched our shampoo, hand wash. Hand wash took nearly 8 years to establish its
My God.
presence. And we have withdrawn many products.
Okay.
Even face wash segment, we launched a product. It was excellent product. But it was actually, that was not the time to launch the face wash. Maybe now I can try, but we did it early.
Okay.
So like that body wash now. Body wash, world over, people started shifting towards using
Correct.
due to hygiene reasons and quality reasons
Correct.
and all. But in summer or in South India, we still want to rub our body with a soap bar. So it's not the time.
Correct.
But at the same time, those who experience it abroad, they are asking us. But when I look at it, it's even if I launch it also, we are going to struggle. So we are postponing the launch.
Okay.
So that's the case. Even we have our masala spice product, Malam. There also, we are finding it very difficult. Very difficult to compete, and then pricing is an issue there. Competition is more and more. Local players are now taking advantage of it. So this is a common problem everyone. Medimix being a unique product, as I rightly pointed out to you, with our 18 herbs and our USP, is stand out, and still we are able to manage. But again, see, we are having maybe around 5% market share now. South India. I'm managing, AVA Group is managing South India. So it's about 5%. Tamil Nadu is our market leader. So, but 95% of the people are still not using. That's not possible also, because there are so many brands.
Correct.
So when I look at it, even if I get another half percent share more, it's enough for our family.
Absolutely.
That's the way I look at it.
Okay, that's wonderful, sir. In fact, there are so many lessons packed in what you just said. If there are some standout values that you have learned in the last few decades as a business, as an entrepreneur, I would say, strategically, especially with placing your new products in the market. I mean, Medimix as an established brand for the soaps has already, marked its territory in the business. So what would be the takeaway for the new launches that you have done? For people who are watching, who are trying to launch their brands, what would be the key takeaways or the lessons that you have learned that will be helpful for them?
Now I find the last 10 years, if you look at it, establishing a new brand seems to be very tough.
It is.
We don't have any examples to show.
Correct.
A new brand.
Correct.
Whatever products you are talking about in the market are all 25 or 30 years old brands.
Correct.
So the entry level itself, we face a problem. Even foreign companies also try to enter the market. I'm talking about FMCG market.
Of course.
Maybe in food segment and all, there are new brands entering.
Yes.
But this FMCG, usual, our cosmetic, personal care products and all, it's very difficult now. E-commerce area, maybe one or two companies have established their presence,
Yes.
but not in the general trade market.
Correct.
So that's a threat now. So people are trying to introduce products for the mass, reducing the price and competing and offering schemes. And multinational companies are acquiring small companies and then trying to offer, at a loss they are offering product. But in spite of all those efforts, I find it's very difficult. Personal care products, their taste, the product with which they are accustomed, it's very difficult to make them convince and then shift. Even television advertisements and all, we find that even that advertisement and product to register in your mind, minimum 18 times you have to see one advertisement. Then only the product will get registered in your mind. Otherwise, you are seeing hundreds of advertisements.
Correct.
The product is not registered.
Correct.
Once it is registered, then to take a decision to use that product, you'll have to find at least another 100 times.
Correct.
Even then, you are not convinced. You are not convinced. But if your best friend calls and says that she or he liked a product which is good in that way, this one, and you may tempted to try that. So influencers are there now. That's what even YouTube now you find influencers,
yes,
not celebrity influencers. There are some people they do good influencing things. Even foreign countries also we find. Without even our knowledge, some influencers talk about our product, and then immediately we find there is a result. There is product is moving from the shelves suddenly.
That's true.
So there are various ways. So for a new entrant, they have to be very careful entering the FMCG market. So even I am taking a strategy of acquiring new small brands than launching a new brand. I find it's impossible to establish a new brand.
It's very difficult these days. And your R&D cost must be really high going forward. I wanted to speak to you a little bit about the R&D, Mr. Anoop. In your business, you have to keep reinventing. There is no option, especially in the FMCG, where you have establishment, but still you have to reinvent yourself to be there in the market. How important is R&D in your, group? And how do you look at R&D today? Like you said, you are acquiring smaller companies on one side, but how about the R&D within?
No, R&D is very important. See, basically there is a general belief that R&D is meant to make some Me Too products, Me Too type products. Another soap, another shampoo.
Correct.
Which is not going to help you.
Correct.
So you'll have to do research in developing new products that can help the customers. We can't say how it is.
Correct.
See, I have been trying to introduce a herbal mosquito repellent. For the last 20 years, I'm trying.
My God.
But I reached almost there, but not convinced. Lot of issues. So these are all the areas where the R&D should take it and take it. If I am able to succeed, then you are cracking a new market.
Correct.
Otherwise, so you'll have to prepare to face and lose that money. You'll have to lose that money. Even standardizing your raw materials and things like that. Initially, that was our challenge. Everybody make a claim that it's an Ayurveda product. You use 18 herbs. But have you standardized? No.
Important.
It was not there in that traditional experience. If you look at it, they were over a period of time they were using. But now the question has come, whether it is proven or whether it has got real efficacy. How will you prove it?
Correct.
So the first challenge was that first to standardize all our drugs and which are the molecules or ingredients in a drug which is good for skin diseases. That we are. So now when I buy a raw material, our team can identify. You see, even say for example, herb like Koduveli we say, which is very popular in Kerala especially for skin diseases. Koduveli has got a ingredient called plumbagin.
Okay.
Plumbagin content in a Koduveli plant will be maybe 7% or 8% maximum.
Okay.
The best one I'm saying. So we used to buy Koduveli and use it as a plant. It's root only we use.
Okay.
Root we used to grind and then extract and then we use it. Now, over a period, we noticed that the plant purchased from North Kerala has more. Purchased from South Kerala has not even 50%.
My God.
Central Kerala will have little better. Tamil Nadu quality will be still worse. So, then according to the product, I need to increase the dosage, usage. Otherwise, you will not get the benefit.
Absolutely.
So these are all the efforts we have to take it in R&D. And many examples. And I have seen one product where we used to remove the skin of the product, root only. And it was looking so nice and we thought that that's the best. And we pay more money also. But in our R&D, we proved that what you remove only is the best thing.
Oh my God.
You are losing it. But over years and centuries, people are removing and thinking that inside
the
one
inside
is
what?
So that's the research area where people can contribute a lot.
My God. My God. So, sir, if you can tell me, see, your processes are fixed. I think in one of your interviews, you beautifully said that I may not mechanize everything, but my processes are in place and they will continue being in place. And you had also spoken about how you generate ideas from within your factory itself. This was phenomenal because many manufacturers, per se, in general I'm speaking, many manufacturers struggle. They call consultants from outside, which you have also done, I know, in the past. They call consultants from outside. They say, they have a standard set of procedures. They tell you do and they go away. But you started this beautiful system within your factory. Can you speak a little bit about it, sir? Because it's very interesting for me how you, deal with people within your factory. You trust them more than anybody outside.
That's what, when I joined the company, the biggest challenge was scaling up of production. Scaling was difficult.
Yeah.
Everything man-made, everything using manpower and without any machineries for that sake. So we were making about 5,000 soaps in a factory per day, per shift those days. So the challenge was how to make it 15,000 or 20,000 a day. So this engineering consultants, after making a study, they confirmed that unless you mechanize it, it's difficult to scale up. So as early as possible, you change your cost. But we were not prepared. First of all, we didn't have money to invest. Those days itself, crores of rupees were required to invest in machines that we didn't have. So other thing, quality will change. So due to these reasons, we were trying. So then only I thought of taking the views from workers. We invited innovative ideas from workers.
Okay.
So even last week, I attended a session in Jain University, Kochi, where this was the topic given to me.
Oh, wow.
Innovation There also I shared this thing. So innovation means it's not a very technically advanced thing or scientific thing, or anybody will have idea. Even an entrepreneur. Now, college students will have some ideas to start a business.
Correct.
But you yourself will think that it's a foolish idea. But you should never think like that.
No idea.
Even the silliest idea can change this world.
Absolutely.
You think it is silliest, but it can change you. So that's what I told the student. Even in your family, your parents, to educate you or to manage your family, they were doing some small businesses or some small things. But there is a big business behind that. If with your present knowledge, with your education background and the present market situation with AI support and all, you can plan a big business with that small idea. Correct. From your own family. It is possible. There are Correct. Many examples in front of us.
Very true.
So, getting ideas, even today, every month I look at the ideas given by our workers. I study it, we reward them, and any idea to conduct trials, fund is, they need not even ask me.
Oh, wow.
Fund is permanently sanctioned and kept.
Wow.
So, factory manager can use that fund and then try it. And if successful, we appreciate the person. And that idea we share to other factories, and immediately we implement in all the factories that I. Every month, I'm happy to say that every month something is happening.
Wow.
Even today.
Wow.
That's it.
That's phenomenal, sir. In fact, that also eliminates their fear to be replaced. You know, it makes them so involved in the process, involved in the business as it is.
Correct. Because even the hygiene part of it, in a manufacturing company, now it's a GMP, good manufacturing practice.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of norms given by GMP department.
Correct.
How to manage a factory, how to have hygiene in that, and not to mix up with the two products in one area. Raw materials also for different products, you have to keep it in separate places and all. But our workers are more educated or more aware of what is to be followed in a GMP factory. That's what in one of the interviews I mentioned this. Suppose one person goes to a temple, come with chandan or dasma on his forehead, and they enter the factory, the workers will come and stop it. No, sir, please remove it.
Wow.
Not religious reasons. Because there is a possibility that will fall into the production line. That much they take care now, the workers.
And I think that shows how open you are also as a person. You are also as a business owner, sir, because you are accepting that somebody is coming and telling you.
No, naturally.
That's important. And that's so important.
There is no ego here. No. Ego is not required here. Whoever we give is ultimately helping the business. If business is helped and business is helped, they are also getting the business. It's a teamwork, team effort.
That's phenomenal. I mean, I've seen very few people who are accepting of what is being told to them, they don't look at it like a criticism, but they feel like, they are doing it as a part of what needs to be done. Sir, in this segment, I wanted to ask you one small question. If you were to write a guide, a simple guide for entrepreneurs or any professionals to pick up and learn about how to build a brand that weathers so many things and, can cross so many decades, can you maybe name a few chapters you would write about? Because you're an author of a book yourself, I really wanted to ask you this question.
It will not happen overnight. You can't build like building a structure or a bridge. It's not possible to build a brand overnight. It will take. Nobody can say that I can build a brand in 5 years' time or 10 years. It's difficult. And whatever be the money you spend also, it is difficult. You can develop a brand, but register it in the minds of customers as their favorite brand. Because Medimix is now considered as one of the such brands in India. Every time brand survey and all they say. We are always there below 100.
Correct.
Because you will have to understand that in India now thousands of brands are available.
Correct.
And that includes IT area or banks or mobile phones or whatever. So it's not like just soaps or talcum powder. So thousands and thousands of brands are there. So in which if you reach a stage that your brand is recalled by customers, then it's a success. For that, you need to work continuously. You need to give quality product. And you have to address the issues. And whenever there is a customer complaint or even if it is a 35 rupees soap, one customer calls and says that I find, we immediately attend to it. We immediately send a person to wherever he is staying. Immediately the next day, somebody will go to their house, talk to them, clarify it, and if there is a problem, we accept it and we replace the product. That's the way we built our brand.
Wow.
So I don't know whether I can give you a simple solution, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. But you can follow this route. Because I am struggling to make another brand. I have some brands now, but not reached anywhere. Even now, I don't know how many decades it will take to come to that level.
Right.
People are accepting, but taking time.
Takes time. I think time is
It was easy 50 years ago, but not today.
not in today's market. So this speaks also a lot about your traceability, sir. So when you say that, it may be a 35 rupee soap, but if there is any complaint, you go back and check what happened. And traceability is so important and so pertinent in today's market, right? And how do you look at traceability? Because it's a lot of pressure for a business also, especially an FMCG business. How do you look at traceability? Because people have started demanding for it. So can you tell me about your traceability process? I mean, just in general.
Traceability of customer complaint.
If there is a customer complaint, I mean, there is a reverse,
No, customer care is there, no. So they can register complaint through customer care. They can directly call also. Through our website also we get information. And of course, Google reviews are there now.
Yeah.
It's not just soap. Now I am managing a hospitality business also.
Correct.
Called the Sanjeevanam Ayurveda Hospital. So there it is very, very sensitive area where
Correct.
customers are very sensitive there. So, but we follow it. But luckily, so far, I have not seen a single negative comment in Google reviews
That's
also. Whether it is our soap or our hospitality business or whatever. It's
so wonderful.
see, if top management is committed for that, I think it will work.
It'll just work.
It is work. Even in my hospital, everybody, even foreigners and all, when they write, that's the first point they write. We are amazed to see the quality of the staff in your organization. Whether right from the security to the doctor level, everybody, housekeeping team, whoever it is, they are committed to do that. If the top management is committed for, say, hygiene, for example.
Correct.
What is hygiene? It is, it's not like managing, just once weekly also you can clean the room. Monthly also, or
Correct.
hourly basis also you
Correct.
can do it.
Correct.
Even some educational institution, when I go, I find it, the toilets are, because our children, where they study, very difficult to manage the toilets and maintain that hygiene there.
Correct.
It's very difficult.
Very difficult.
But if top management decides, it is possible. Otherwise, it will not work.
Correct.
So it's like that. I have seen both. I'm also part of many educations. I have seen both. So it's same thing in our business also. Any area, the once top management decides this is what we want, it will work.
It'll happen.
It will happen. 100% I'm sure it will.
That's fantastic. One more question in this segment I wanted to ask you as we speak, sir, is about marketing and advertising. It has changed drastically, like we just earlier spoke. How was it earlier? Because you had mastered changing the narrative from a soap. I mean, I'm just talking about Medimix right now. From a soap that was known to cure certain skin diseases to a soap that went into the preventive space. Now it's become, a household name, right? And then from there you have, gone into different products. Can you speak about the evolution of marketing within the AVA group and how you have handled it and what you do today to keep the brand floating and alive?
Yeah, AVA group, I started in 2007. Previously, it was actually a joint family, which was, so I was doing almost every work.
Okay.
And it's a teamwork again. Our family members were involved in all the areas and our staff also were involved. Sales and marketing, initially, once when I attended a program, IIM Bangalore, managing Salesforce one program,
Okay.
in which one of our competitors, director also was there. But those days, some products were selling very well, and some products were with a premium, and they didn't have any proper marketing network, even distribution network,
Correct.
I would say. So they thought that distribution is not required. When there is a demand, people will come to you. Whatever you produce, there are people to take. But that was the time when first that struck me. Okay, this is a business opportunity for us. So we need to deliver our products to the doorstep, especially rural marketing area. So we appointed sales team, proper sales team. We also worked along with them. In some rural areas and all, those days motor vehicles were not available. I used to cycle it and go
Oh my
in
God.
deep markets. Sometimes tricycle, we carry product and then cycle, we ride. And even Mumbai market and all, when I worked, the first time when I went and all, language was an issue. Metropolitan city where they see so many products, and from South India, somebody is bringing an ordinary soap and saying that you buy. It was difficult, but I used to travel in electric train.
Okay.
I was staying in a place called Ambernath, which was 70 kilometers away from VT, Victoria Terminus area. My distributor was placed in Victoria Terminus.
Okay.
So Ambernath morning train, the electric train, morning electric train,
How
it is. I used to hang and then go
Oh my God.
to the 70 kilometers.
Oh God.
I go to the distributor shop with the help of a boy. We carry soaps. I also carry soap. He also carry soap. We take again from VT, we board an electric train, get down in Dadar or somewhere. From there, we take another route.
Oof.
And any railway station, whichever railway station we see, we get down. And we see all the shops near the railway station. And the success rate was 2% or 3% only. And we go to 100 shops, 3, maybe they accept to buy 2 or 3 soaps only.
Oh God.
But from there, no. There is no shop not selling Medimix now. So the stage has come to that level. It's not one person's effort, I'm saying. So we insisted our salesmen also to do the same thing. We insist 60 to 70 outlets minimum they have to cover. Many companies, I find people 30, even if they work in 30 also, they consider it, but we insist 60 to 70 shops. And out of that, how many productive calls they have to make. And our strategy was, we don't insist to buy dozens and all. Even if you buy 2 soaps or 3 soaps, we are okay. We want you to buy and keep our product.
Correct.
And we did not give credit those days. Even today, we don't give any credit.
Oh, okay.
So that also helped us in fact. The human psychology is, if you invest in a product, your mind will always trick you. Okay, I have invested, I need to sell it. Whereas if somebody gives 1 case of soaps, you sell and give me money. Whenever you sell, you give money, he will not take any personal interest to sell it. So that psychology also helped in fact. They invest in 2-3 soaps, they are able to sell. So next time they buy 6 soaps, then next time 12 soaps, then dozens, then case. It happened like that.
It does. So, I think it's been a wonderful journey, sir. I think from what you're saying to, carrying soaps in your hand, traveling by electric trains, cycles.
Even factory also. See, when I came here, there was a labor issue here. The factory was closed. Yeah. So that was the reason why I came to Chennai too. We wanted to open a factory somewhere interior where these union people and the existing problematic labor to give us trouble. So we identified a place near Salem.
Okay.
Since you are from Tirupur area, must be knowing. It was Athur, that place is.
Okay, yeah.
How I used to go to our factory. It was a small house, I'm saying. Very small, hut-like. There only we first started.
Oh, wow.
So I used to take a night train. Yarkar Express I take in the night. Early morning, I reach Salem. From there, 50 kilometers to Athur. I bought a bus immediately. Get down in Athur. And from Athur bus stand area, I used to hire a bicycle. Nearly 7 kilometers, I cycle and go to this interior place.
Oh God.
The place is called Narasinghapur.
Okay.
So I still remember the local people, how they supported us those days. And there only we started, and from there we were able to send to the areas where products were in demand and there was a vacuum due to the labor issues here. So we placed the product in those markets, and from there again we came back. So the struggle was there. It's not only me, everyone, including our managers, when they go from Chennai, they do the same practice. Whereas, do you think that even an attender today is willing to do that in any company? Nobody.
Rarely.
Even interview time, I find, even college campus interview time also, students started interviewing us, in fact.
Correct. That's how it is.
Do you provide as a cabin, separate cabin? Do you give air-conditioned cabin? Do you provide a 2-wheeler or a 4-wheeler? This is the way they ask us. We are not used to it. Not only me, the entire team with us. And many of them are still working with us. The people who supported us 35 years, 40 years back are still with us. Today they are enjoying everything. But we struggled initially. So it's not easy to build a brand like that.
Absolutely reckon with you, because my father and my father-in-law, both of them who are in business, one used to tell me that he didn't have slippers when he was going to college, and on the other hand, my father-in-law used to tell me he's in the leather industry. He used to carry leather on his shoulder and walk all the way up to the bus, and then take the bus and then go. And then, you know, where they are today, there is so much humility. There is so much groundedness. There's so much of a root beneath their feet. And that's something phenomenal, sir.
Well, that is why when we celebrate our 50th anniversary, what I decided was our next generation should know the efforts put in by the founder and the grandfather, their parents, their uncle or whoever it is. So I entrusted this job to my daughters. No, we decided to honor all the people, all stakeholders who supported us in the initial days. So it was their duty to identify the first worker, first marketing person, first suppliers, first distributors. And so I search of that, they contacted many of our known people in our circle, our relatives or classmates of our founder are still alive. Through them, they get some information and they go to their house or talk to them or phone. And we recently released a coffee table book also. All the information we collected like that. And we honored all these people. If the person is not alive, his family members, some of them we invited. So now my children, my nephews or nieces, they are all now aware of the past. So this is the way we can groom our this. So that 50th year we celebrated in such a way that with the human this thing we did it, and instead of spending so much money and celebrating it in a 5-star hotel, it's only that 2 or 3 hours spent, that's all. But whereas these are all permanently, it will last in the minds of people who helped us in the initial days.
Absolutely.
Everyone, we didn't miss anyone.
And I think it speaks volumes about the management that is and the brand that you are. So, sir, the next part I wanted to speak to you about is juggling multiple things. Now, I see that, other than personal care, you also have other businesses which could be in the same lines, like for instance, Sanjeevanam. Then you have entered into the food industry, Melam, right? So other than this, you are an author. You are also in films. How do you juggle so many roles as a personality? Because it must be taking a lot of your time and mind space, right? Can you tell me how you do this?
No, basically, delegation helps you. From my initial days, I believed in, we talked about workers.
Correct.
So, the trust is required. Yes. Whether it is a worker or an engineer or a doctor also, you have to trust them.
Yes.
See, multiple work nowadays, thanks to mobile phone and the technology available today, it is easy to do multiple tasks. My approvals, email reply and all, mostly I do while I travel. Because I have a driver. That's why I stopped driving, in fact. Because your mind will work.
Absolutely.
So I avoid driving, but I make use of it very positively. And multiple tasks, even in my book also I mentioned about it. And even recently also one story I wrote, a short story about this, how to do it. Because now, during my younger days, say 50 years or those days in Kerala, and I've seen some very good established shops, a provision store, a jewelry store, or a vessel selling shop, or a very established brand, very popular brand. And you will find the owner himself sitting in the chair, their main chair. Morning 8 o'clock he will enter, he will do some puja, he will sit in the chair. Until night, 9 o'clock, he will count the cash, close this thing and put the shutter and go. This I have seen. After 50 years when I go, I have, it's a surprise. Sometimes a similar looking person is doing the same job. It's his son now.
Exact same job.
Exact same job, and his shape also looks almost similar. So I was just thinking about it. Still, the business is good, very popular and all. But not taken even one step above than what it used to be. Whereas whoever tried that, trusted others, because no trust first of all. Even to open a new branch, he will think, how can I entrust this to somebody else? I cannot manage both. So it is difficult. And taking this branch to another state, impossible. This is the thinking they have. And also, I find that almost 12 hours they are sitting in the shop. You get customers only 4 hours maximum in a day. Rest of the time, you're simply sitting. They are not able to utilize. He can join a course. Now, online courses are available. He can graduate or postgraduate or do anything.
Correct.
He can learn some other business or some handicrafts. He can do something and then sell that also. He can read a book. I was just thinking, if he read 10 pages also a day, in a month, how many books he can read? How much wisdom? But nobody does that. Just by practice, it's like that. So whoever tried, many brands became world's number one, world's number two and all. Whether it's a hospital, whether it's a jewelry or any such businesses, there are examples in front of us. They all started their business later than the shops I'm talking about.
Correct.
But it's changing. So I'm not planning to become an Ambani and all. I want to grow, but in a limited way. I want to support my team. Whenever I grow or get a benefit, they also should get benefit. So that's the way I set my business. But I trust, I believe. So my job is to identify the right material for the work.
Correct.
And utilize his services, his knowledge in the best possible manner. This is what I do. So there is a hospital. My job is to identify the right doctor. Once I appoint him, I should not tell him that, don't prescribe this, prescribe this. That's his job.
Correct.
If I get a complaint, I'll have to look at it and change him, or that's all. A film, when I produce, I can read the story. I can entrust it to a director. I can suggest some artist's name. But how to direct, how to set the lighting, how to keep the camera, I should not interfere. It's a waste of the work. There are people who does that.
Correct.
So thereby, I'm not losing any time. And I'm also an actor. Stage when I perform, I cannot entrust. I have to by heart my dialogue. I have to understand my character and behave. So I need to spend some time for me. Even that I do when I travel and all. Dialogues and all I read, and then
of course.
That character I fix while traveling only. So I can save time. But even shooting time, as an actor when I go, sometimes 14 hours, 16 hours and all I spend time in the location as an actor. But only 1 hour, maximum 1.5 hours only you are in front of the camera.
Correct.
Even if you do the main character in the film also, you are spending only 1.5 hours only in front of what is happening in the rest of the time. So I use it in a very positive way. In the caravan or wherever, I can fix all the meetings, Zoom meetings. Now it's everything possible.
Correct.
And all my appointments, instead of giving the appointments in the head office, I can ask them to come to the location. Whoever wants to meet me, they will come because they meet me for their benefit only, not for my benefit.
Correct.
So they will come. I fix up meetings there. I conduct meetings. So you will not lose any of the things. Still, I'm happy to say that I have spare time to
No, it's phenomenal,
take up
sir.
new things. And during Corona time, I started learning flute. So online, I am learning music now.
Oh, wow.
Film songs I can perform, Tamil, Hindi, Malayalam, and all I'm learning.
Oh, wow.
Only online.
My God.
That's a new this thing. So the flute I can carry wherever I travel. So when I travel and go in the hotel room, there are free time. So half an hour or 45 minutes I play flute. And that also is giving you, it's a relaxation, it's a breathing exercise, it's what not it is.
Correct. Very true.
It helps you in all way. So this is where I look at it. But when you take up one job and you think that you are busy with that and do only that, you will not reach anywhere. That's what. I don't know whether everyone can do it, but I am able to do it.
That's fantastic. I think what I see is you are somebody who likes to keep learning.
All my family members, my wife also, still she's doing some courses.
Wow.
Every time, one after another, she is also learning.
And that's fantastic, sir, because, we are in a world where we feel we already know so much. And we are thinking that, we should use whatever skills we have already to, do whatever it is. But seeing you, I feel like, now I have to go and apply for a course and start studying and learning.
New courses or why? Our knowledge is what? 1% or 2%, that's all.
That's very true.
Even at 80 years or 90 also, your knowledge is very limited. What you acquire is only very limited. So much is there to learn.
Absolutely.
But all subjects we are not interested. So whichever area you are interested, you fix that. That's what I do.
That's fantastic. And I think also you spoke about trustship with your employees, with your management, other management within your companies. Loyalty is something that you're fostering within your system, which is phenomenal to see. And when you said that I don't involve in their day-to-day operations.
And with all these things, I'm very happy to say that I don't have even single legal cases pending.
Wow.
Not even one single case against anyone.
Wow.
So how it is possible? And I don't even sign checks. Last 25 years, I have not signed any company checks.
Oh.
Except my personal checks.
Okay.
I haven't signed. 100% interested.
Wow.
But not even a single incident so far. So that shows when you entrust something to someone, he will definitely take the ownership. Definitely will be sincere to that work.
And
there is a system. It's not that a single person can do something.
Of course.
There's a system practiced in our office.
Wow. That, you're available for them whenever you want, but you don't like to interfere in their...
That's all. I'm always available, and anyone can contact me, anyone can message me, and if something goes, any wrong things I find, I interfere. Otherwise, as long as it goes, and everything with my approval. But it is very easy. See, a vendor, finalize a vendor, my approval is required. Nobody can change the vendor. But the vendor is directly known to me, so nobody can do can never influence him. Because he directly in touch with me.
Correct.
And pricing, I fix.
Correct.
But once I fix the price, nobody can. But rest everything they can handle now. That's the way I do it.
Fantastic, sir. I think you're holding the right departments that need to be completely watched and, letting go of the things that can be managed.
I would like to share one. Recently, I did, it's an experimental way I did. Normally, companies, when they're in the marketing side, initially your question. So the distributors, I have more than 2,000 distributors now.
Okay.
In South India, I'm saying. So when we plan a distributors meeting, what we do? Arrange it in a very large area, invite all of them. Chairman will go and read one report and goes out. Then another manager or someone will talk. And from the representation of distributors, 1 or 2 persons will be invited to the stage. He will talk. And we will give very good food, sometimes cocktails, and a gift bag. They go. But no relationship.
Correct.
But here what I did, I planned meetings, cluster meetings. In one state itself, in Tamil Nadu, I did 8 cluster meetings.
Wow, okay.
Understand? So, if Tamil Nadu, if I have 500 distributors, 500 divided by 80, and they are invited and dine with MD. That's a concept with them. I invited all of them. And the first thing we tell them is that this is not to fix any targets. You don't have to worry about what business you do. Last month your business was less or more. We are not worried. We are here only to understand each other and take it from here. We look only forward business. So every distributor could take photograph with me.
Wow.
And everyone we gave time to talk about his business. We listen to them. Their ideas also. Now Tamil Nadu, some people gave some ideas. We already implemented it.
Oh, wow.
So Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra, everything we already did. So but all put together, I think about 20 cluster meetings I already attended. Now some more pending. So, but the advantage is now chairman is directly known to every distributor who handles Medimix here. This is an investment for another next 10 years.
Absolutely.
They will not forget. And the photograph taken with me, we immediately present to them in a very beautiful frame.
Wow.
So they are all keeping it on their table and always remembering. And you can find the change. And they also say that in their lifetime they never had an opportunity to meet a chairman or anything. And we honored all the distributors who completed 15 years and above.
Wow.
So every cluster we honor minimum 15 to 20 people. Because there are some people 35 years, 40 years managing our business. Next generation is handling now. So we appreciate, we acknowledge their contribution in promoting our brand. So this is the new thinking I'm saying.
Absolutely, sir.
But you have to put in effort.
There is no question or doubt about it at all.
Even in Karnataka, one meeting time, I fixed everything, everyone assembled. I was planning to go by morning flight.
Okay.
That day in Chennai flood. airport was closed.
Oh God.
And everyone thought that the meeting is getting cancelled because the name of the program itself is Dine with MD. So, but I reached. I took my car and I took the risk. By road I went and I reached there. So that commitment is required. That's all. Otherwise, it's difficult.
It's fantastic.
But it's all one time. No, that's my advantage. Instead of if I decide to visit their market and meet them, it's impossible in my lifetime.
Correct.
Now, KFC, for example, is an example. They have millions of shops all over the world.
Correct.
He can never see all the shops.
All the
It's
shops.
like that only. I have so many factories, but I'm in touch with them. And at least once in a year, I'll have to go. But that's all. But once you go, establish the relationship, then things will move smoothly. Information will be passed on to you on time. And based on that, you can take decisions.
Fantastic. Sir, as we speak about this multitasking and being available at different places at the right time for enough time to ensure that there is stability there. There is also the channel to communicate which is being opened at that point. Can you tell me, a lot of youngsters are trying to dabble in multiple things at the same time, multiple careers, I would say. And many people are scared to venture into new things while they are settled in, their existing things. If there is a message that you would like to give, at what point can people start venturing into, different streams of activities? Is there any indication that, this is a good time to start doing it? What would it be?
No, whenever you find an opportunity, you have to grab it. No doubt about that. It's that only the person can decide whether it is an opportunity. It can be a real estate boom. I have tried it.
Okay.
Because in Chennai once I happened to see one presentation that a boom is going to happen. I'm talking about some 17, 18 years back.
Okay.
I immediately decided, okay, my next investments will go to, it helped me. It's like that. So, informations are available now. Experts are providing all the information.
Correct.
So that possible. But there is a limit in taking risk. That is very important. Even if it is a good opportunity, always think that in case you fail, will you be able to sustain and then manage your family and your minimum requirements? That much only you fix your risk. Otherwise, it's a danger. This and all businessman. But I don't advise people working in two companies at that time. That is also happening. I will not advise that.
I was just going to get there. In business, there is scope for this. But people who are working, how do they look at it? Because they do morning shift, they work somewhere. And then in the evening, they take up something else. They may not be working, but they start building something for themselves. They put in a lot of effort there. So, how do you see that? I mean, how do you think that they should be dabbling this sort of a...
Well, that's what it's all. We have to follow ethics also. So when you are working for a company, especially now work from home is permitted.
Correct.
But the same time, you think that you can manage two positions in two different companies. That's not ethical. But with the knowledge of this thing, yes, a person who is working for the company can start a business.
A side hustle.
And with the help of his wife or spouse, yes, it is possible. But definitely, I will not advise doing two jobs at a time without the knowledge of the other managers. That's not the right thing. But opportunities are definitely there. Yeah, definitely. I also encourage my team also. And there are many examples in front of us. Our own employees have become big business people.
Oh, wow.
And we supported them.
Wow.
That and all, there are many examples.
Wow.
That and all. But they have to be open. That's what I'm saying. Don't keep it as a secret and then do things. And utilizing our knowledge or our customers misusing the opportunity. That should not be right.
Definitely. There's a line of difference, crossing that ethical line. It's so important. Sir, can you tell me, how do you spend time with family? Because there are multiple things that you do, which we have discussed. But family is also your backbone today. How do you manage to spend time with your family in such a busy schedule? Because sometimes we think about all our work and then we take family for granted. Because this will be a life lesson for so many people who are doing multiple things or very seriously doing one thing also.
Again, I don't know. If you are committed, it is possible. I spend a lot of time with my family.
Okay.
And now my children are all grown up. But in spite of that, I go to their house monthly once at least.
Oh, wow.
And they also come to me. And we go yearly 1 or 2 travels together, entire family. And whenever I go abroad, I always ask my wife to come with me. So long tour abroad, the thing and all, we go jointly, even local also. And sometimes many meetings I set up in my house only. I have an office in my office. So rest of the time I can spend with my wife, and my mother is also with me.
Okay.
Every day I meet her, every day I spend some time. But in spite of that, she calls every family member that he is not seen anywhere. So, but at the same time, some mothers, they complain to me that they are able to see their son up once in a year only. They work abroad, they come. So it's all perception only.
Correct.
If you see every day also, people think that your presence is not felt, because it's like that.
That's every mother's plight, I think.
So, but I manage. And not only my children and wife, I consider it as a point to visit all my family members at least once in a year.
Oh, wow.
Even distant family relatives also. World over, I'm saying. Either when they come here, I go and meet, or I travel when I'm abroad also. And anywhere I go, I prepare a list whom to contact to this. I inform all these people that now, today night I'm going to Trivandrum.
Okay.
I will definitely inform all my classmates, my relatives, all that I'll be in Trivandrum for a day. Whoever interested to meet me, they contact me. So tomorrow I will decide to meet, say, 4 or 5 people. Next time again, another set of people I will meet. So it is possible. So my leisure time there, I spend meeting my family members, and always, and our family groups also. I am more active than any of our family members. And I did one interesting thing which I would like to share here. Immediately after Corona, I thought of a family meet, close family.
Okay.
Family members are in different parts of the world. So I put a message in my family group that, on particular day, say January 1st week, can we all meet? Then I found excuses only. Corona still there, we are afraid, and children having a school, college. Then my another message: whoever coming to native place on this particular day will get an opportunity to act in my next film. I am planning a short film. The response was 100%. Understand? So I felt that it was better than traveling abroad with the family members and spending time. It was so funny. 5 days, all of us discussing about the script, different characters, helping each other. And most of them are acting first time. But that short film became very famous.
Wow.
It was telecasted by 3 channels.
Oh, wow.
3 television channels that telecasted it.
My God.
And I got a world record also. For 57 of family members acted in one single movie. And direction also by family member.
My God.
Everything.
Wow.
Lyrics, everything, family members. Everyone got an option. And I found that so much of talents within the family.
My God.
So much of talent.
My God. I've never heard of anything like this.
And the family member who directed that short film, I gave him a feature film also.
Oh, my God.
So
fantastic.
So that's the way. We have to do something differently than only. And everybody is interested for all those things, but you'll have to make them, force them to do it.
Wow. I think, incentivizing was on one side, but somehow everybody wanted to have fun also, right?
Everybody, but they're all, some are introverts, they will not come out. But if you go and, even my mother also did it.
Oh, wow.
Even I did it with both my family members. My father's side also I did, mother's side also. Separate short films with mother's side family members. Another short film with my father's side family members.
Wow.
So it really helped.
Oh, fantastic.
So once I still remember, once my mother used to go to Guruvayur. So when I planned this short film, my mother, she used to spend 41 days there.
Okay.
So when I planned that particular days, she was in Guruvayur. So when she called me, I just mentioned to her, I planned a short film, but unfortunately, you are in Guruvayur. Can't you postpone it? Immediate response.
So enthusiastic.
But when you ask her, no, I will not. I am not interested in all that.
But everybody has that in them to, come out
But my family, particularly, to your question about managing the family, my wife My children, they are all supporting my theatre work, cinema works, and they also act with me.
Wow.
And they're all good artists, in fact. They're all very supportive also. They understand what it is. So that way I'm very happy. And the founder of Medimix, Dr. Siddhan, was also a very famous actor those days. Doordarshan A-grade artist, All India Radio A-grade artist.
Wow.
And he has acted in many stage plays also. So together we acted in many plays. You will not find this chairman and director of a company performing together. And I perform in front of my factory workers also. I find it, I'm able to, it's a bonding is more now when you present something in front of your workers.
Absolutely.
And I also show them all my movies. I translate one movie. I dubbed it into Tamil only for my workers' sake.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't release it outside, only for workers. And it really helped.
In connecting with them.
That bonding is very, very.
And what kind of a film was that, sir, if I may ask?
That was, I acted as a Gandhian.
Okay.
And very Apu in the Satyanarayana, the movie called Apu in Search of Truth.
Okay.
It's a very message,
Wow.
very good. So I wanted everyone to see that.
Fantastic. And I think a lot of people are trying to find it difficult to express themselves these days. I think this, what you've spoken about, being out there, trying new things, is something that everybody should try, because we may take pride in being an introvert. I want to be to myself, but the form of expression is so important in a person's life today. So if you can speak about that philosophy a little bit, sir, it'll be wonderful.
No, expression of what is in their mind. That's what you are saying.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I know of people who have taken acting courses, to be better at expressing themselves.
See, if there is a listener, many times I find that now in our family and all, some micro family days, we don't have anyone at home to listen to you. So the expression usually starts from the family. In my younger days and all, I used to express everything to my grandmother. But in many houses, that's not possible today. They are all living somewhere. Grandparents are somewhere.
Yeah.
So nobody is there to listen to their problems and also what is in their mind. So they struggle. That is why you find many suicidal attempts and many even psychological issues, depression, everything is due to that. So once you get that, you gain confidence and you start yourself expressing it outside. So what you need is either a friend, a family member, or a senior member in the family should listen to them. That atmosphere you have to create in the family where they can express. So you go to school, come back, you will have 100 stories to express, but your mother is very busy. Child's mother is very busy to listen to that story.
Correct.
But it's important that child should get an opportunity to share it. Everything starts from there. Once she or he expresses it, then he will gain confidence to express it.
It's fantastic. Sir, I think with that, the main interview questions are over, but I have a very quick short segment on the rapid fire. I call it the rapid fire round, where I'll ask you some questions and you will have to give me possibly a one word or a one sentence answer. One word to describe Medimix or AVA's success today.
Quality.
A business decision you're most proud of.
To join the business.
Yeah, fantastic.
Because I was about to join a government job.
Yes.
I left it and then came. That was a very crucial decision in my life.
An essential quality every entrepreneur must possess.
Trusting people.
One book other than U-Turn, if you may, that deeply influenced you.
There are many books, but Gandhiji's autobiography, I would say.
What is the legacy you want to leave behind?
Good human beings.
Wow. How simple is that, sir? I mean, to look forward only for that is phenomenal. How would you term your business style?
Friendly.
Friendly. Fantastic. And I think with that, this episode comes to an end, but what a learning. I mean, the last question and the last answer were just moving, sir, beyond words, because that's so true for many people today. Not just saying it for the camera, but it really moved me when I was listening to it. Thank you so much.
It was a good experience also. You are a beginner, I think. You are not experienced that much, but You also asked good questions,
Thank you, sir.
very friendly way, and you made me to open out. So
Thank
that's
you,
also
sir.
a good
It means the world. It's huge for me. Today, if there was one thing about this podcast, what would it be, sir? Your takeaway from the podcast.
The generation is changing. So you represent the new generation, and I think it will reach the new generation. That's what I want.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a great honor, great pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.